Hello and welcome, my name is Charlotte and I am the High Heel Stitcher here on Flosstube and on Instagram. I hope everyone is well. This is a Flosstube Extra where I am filming my mid-year WIP parade. So grab a drink and let's get stuck in. So I started the year with 16 projects. I've had 7 new starts, 8 finishes, and I am currently on 15 projects. So I am going to be showing all my projects that I have started and finished. So it's mostly a WIP parade, but I will also be throwing in the finishes as I go as well. So let's start. My first project that will be a restart, I don't know when, but it will be a restart, and that is Christmas Donkey by the Cross Stitch Studio. And I think when I filmed my last WIP parade, I didn't know where this project was, but when we redid the room, I did find it. So this is how much I had done. I think this is 3.5 pages, but I do not like the fabric, so I will be restarting. I tried gridding myself. As you can see, I tried gridding with just a DMC pen and with fishing wire, but the fabric is too soft and my threads keep slipping behind. So yeah, that's just got to be thrown away. I'm a little bit gutted, but I can't see myself stitching anymore on this. So that will be, I'll probably cut it off and then use the fabric for something else. I might dye it and use it for smalls or something like that, but it's not good for a full coverage 1/1. It should be fine 2/2. So my next project is Middle Earth Map by Heaven and Earth Designs. I started this on the 11th of May 2020. So far this year it has had 13 days and I have put in 5,476 stitches. I'm hoping I will have put in pictures of where you saw it at the beginning of the year. So I've managed to get my first page finish and I've started coming down here. I absolutely love stitching on this. And I am hoping to get some more done at some point very soon. Next we have my Sunrise Lagona Mermaid. I have actually finished this. So I started this on the 4th of August 2020. I finished it on the 8th of January 2024. It had 5 days and 675 stitches. And this is it finished and framed. It's actually hanging downstairs on my wall, so I am not taking it off the wall. I got a local framer to do it, first time using this specific one, and I was really happy with how she came out, so I will be going back there. She was stitched on 16 Count Bring Me Sunshine by KLT Charting with the called for DMC and Karen Water Lilies and called for beads. My next project is In This Clan Hunters It's an adaptation of KLT Charting's In This House We Do Supernatural, and it's in this clan, Hunters. So this is the mock-up of it. This is what it looks like at the beginning, and it's currently in the frame because I have been stitching on it, so unfortunately I can't show you all of it, but all the bottom bit is done. And I am up here. So I've got in this clan the SA part of saving, and then I've just got to finish the anti-possession symbol in the background. I have almost had a fight with this in the last week or so because the 415 that I brought is a different die lot, and I thought I was going to have enough to finish it, but I'm currently about 3,000 short, so I definitely did not have enough skeins to finish it. And the new 415 that I brought is a different die lot and is a different colour, and you can tell. So I am unsure on what to do. I don't know if you can see here. So there's a clear line there between the new and the old. So I need to try and find an older DMC 415 to be able to finish this. I will most likely frog that little bit if I can find another 415. So I did thankfully find one in Dominic, but I think I'm going to be about 2,000 short still. So hopefully I can find one that's the same die lot or the same colour. So yes, that had 18 sessions on it so far this year and 8,802 stitches. I am hoping to get it done by or on the 20th of August, which is the 2-year anniversary of Erica's death. Next we have Pandemic. This is a long dog sampler. This was started on the 13th of October 2020. I started in the bottom left hand corner. And that is how much I have done. So far this year I've only done one stitchy session on it, and I managed 454 stitches. This is stitched on KLT Charting Blood Moon 18 count Ada with DMC 704. I am just doing it in the one colour. I did think about bringing in a second, but I just decided against it. I think I'm just going to keep on with the one. It saves it. It's a little bit easier then. Next we have Partridge in a Pear Tree. This is a Joan Elliott design that was gifted to me by the lovely Jen, not Cross Jen. I have not pulled this out yet so far this year, so this is what it looked like at the beginning of the year, but I will be getting it out today actually, as it is Christmas in July. So I am planning to get 2,000 stitches done on this. So I will be stitching this today, and the plan is to get 2,000 stitches in by the end of July. Next we have Kaleidoscope Cat by KLT Charting, which is this one. I started this on the 23rd of May 2022, so we're now into the 2022 WIPs, and this has had 5 days on it so far this year, which is 1,978 stitches. Make sure I get the right one, because I've got both the cat and the unicorn in this project bag. That's there. I'm hoping to have this finished in July. Oops. This is just stitched on, I think it's an 18 count white Ada. There we go. I got the thread pack from KLT Charting, and it is in a bag that I made with Lion King fabric. After that we have Tribal Turtle, again by KLT Charting. This was started on the 22nd of July 2022. This is as far as I've got with this. This is stitched on, it's a sparkly, I believe 18 count Ada called Dragon's Egg by KLT Charting, and these are also KLT Charting hand dyed threads. So the orange is Mandarin Magic and the green is River Bank. Absolutely love this. This has had no stitching on this year, but I'm hoping it's not been called on WIP Go yet. When it does, 1,000 stitches, and then I think I'll just get on and finish it, because there's not that much left. I think I've only got about 3,000 stitches left on that. So next we have our second finish of the year. Well, not of the year, but of the WIPs. And it is Happy Halloween by KLT Charting. This one was a recent finish. Yes, it is a sparkly Ada 18 count KLT Charting fabric called Heatwave. It was a limited edition. The thread Happy Halloween is stitched in Hocus Pocus by KLT Charting. The bats are in just DMC 310. The white is Glow in the Dark, and the spiders are in a green. I think it's 3818. So yes, I'm hoping to get this fully finished by Halloween so I can have it up. I don't know how yet, probably just in a frame. I love how that's come out. So that was started on the 13th of September 2022. I finished on the 23rd of June 2024. 10 stitchy days and 3,030 stitches. Next we have Herac, which is another finish. This was a restart and a finish. So originally started back in September 22, restarted on the 1st of March 2024. It had 5 stitching days, 3,058 stitches, and it is a finish. This is stitched on a piece of KLT charting 18 count Ada, Diocesanus, I can't pronounce that, is. This was a piece of Erica fabric that we got from her stash when she passed away, so it is quite a big piece, and I am planning to do a few other projects on this fabric. Next we have the other one that is in this project bag, which is Christmas Jumper Duo, again by KLT Charting. This was started on the 20th of September 22. As you can tell, I do have a lot of KLT Charting projects that were all started in a short amount of time, and it was because Kim was hosting a event in her group with different challenges every day, so there was a lot of new starts. So this one I am going to pull out this month for Christmas in July. It's not had any progress yet this year, but I am hoping to get 3,000 stitches done this month. There we are. So I have started on Presley's jumper and Ollie's hat. This is a 16 count Ada by KLT Charting. It's called Peace on Earth, which was an Advent exclusive a few years ago. That one was started on the 20th of September 2022. Next we have my Dragon Spirit Guide, again by KLT Charting. This was started on the 21st of September 2022. It is on a black Ada. It's either an 18 or 20 count. And that is as far as I've got. I don't actually know if that is the right way up. Or not. So it may be that way. It's either that way or that way, depending on, I think it's that way. So, yes. No progress on it this year, but it will get at least 1,000 stitches on by the end of the year, because that is my WIP Go goal for it. It's not yet been called, so no progress. Next we have, that's It Shire. I already have done this one similar to this, where it says that's it, I've had enough, I'm off to Lallybrook, and this is that's it, I've had enough, I'm off to the Shire. Again, this one has had no progress on it this year. This is stitched on a 20 count Ada, but I do have a feeling I am going to restart this on a different piece of fabric with a different thread, because I don't like, you can see it, but it's not jumping out, so I think I will. I love it on the 20 count, it's really good coverage, but yeah, I think I want to do it on a hand dyed. So that is a potential frog and restart. I haven't yet decided, but it's most likely going to be restarted. That one was originally started on the 23rd of September 2022 and again has had no progress this year. Next we have my Kaleidoscope Unicorn. Started on the 26th of September 2022. This has had 7 days this year so far. I got this originally as a kit from KLT Charting, which did come with the Ada, but it was 14 count Ada, so I did swap it out for, I believe, an 18 count. So this has had 7 days and 2,712 stitches. And I'm going to get all on my board. There we are. So the back end is all done. I've moved this way. And I would love to get this done this year, but with the plans of 33, I don't know if I will have time to get this done before then. And yeah, this is an 18 count Ada. And that is the end of my my 2022 projects. We are now getting on to my 2023 projects. So the first one was Mayari, Deity of the Moon by Bella Filipina. This was started at the Bella Retreat in 2023 on the 12th of May 23. So far this year she has had 21 days stitching, which is 7,452. I have done some of the Krynic and Petite Treasure braid. I would absolutely love to get this stitched by the Bella Retreat next year, but I think I'm about a third of the way through, so there's a lot of stitches left to go. This is stitched on 32 count Lagona in the colourway Supernova by Sparklies. My second and last 2023 project is To Rule Them All by Circus Stitches. this is stitched on, I think this is 20 count black Ada, and I am stitching it with DMC Etoile 725. Keep putting my board down. There we go. So I've got some of the words done and I've moved on to the outside border. This has had 3 sessions on it this year and 324 stitches done, so not a huge amount. I don't know if you can tell, no, the camera's not picking it up, but there is a little bit of sparkle in that thread. This was originally started and I stitched it on a 25 count slate even weave, which I absolutely hated, so it was restarted on a 20 count black Ada, and I am loving stitching on this. The husband quite frequently comments about when I'm going to stitch on this one, so he does want this one done. That and the Middle Earth map. I apologise if you can hear the husband and the brother-in-law are downstairs watching the football. So yes, that was started on the 16th of May 2023. Now we are on to my 2024 starts and WIPs. So the first one is a start and finish, and it is Fox View by Plum Street Samplers. This is stitched with the called for, or mostly the called for, Weeks Dye Works and Classic Colourworks. Make sure I get the right one because I have stitched 2 on this fabric. There we are. So this is 32 count Sea Mist by KLT Charting. I did change the colour of this flower because the colour that was originally charted was pretty much the same colour as the fabric, so I did have to swap that out. So, absolutely love that. So that was started on the 11th of January 2024 and finished on the 4th of February 2024. Had 15 days stitching and 2,857 stitches. Swap that over to the other one. No, I'm fine. Next, we have, did not save the picture. Was a start and finish, started on the 5th of February, finished on the 11th of February, had 4 stitchy days, 1,501 stitches, and it was my little toucan picture, little cushion that was for my exchange in the Southampton retreat. And then that was the back fabric. I absolutely love that little toucan. The fabric was a bit of a pain. It was 32 count Mint Splash by Zweigart. And I do want to stitch it again because I love that little toucan and I do want one for myself. So it will most likely get stitched again at some point. Next we have my other Plum Street sampler that I started and finished, which is Cowpile. Again, stitched on the same fabric as Fox View. 32 count sea mist by KLT Charting using the called for colours. Except for the white, I think the white I changed for whitewash. And that's both of them together. So I do have enough for a couple more. I may be able to fit on 4 more because I did do quite a bit margin on them. I think if I flip them round I can fit 4 maybe on the bottom. So absolutely love this fabric, and I did order some more before it was taken away. My next project that I started and have finished was Proud as a Peacock by Fluffy Threads, which is this one. I swapped out the fabric, so it came with a white fabric. I didn't want it on white, so I swapped it for Vintage Marbles Swigart 18 count. That I had in my stash, and I have decided that I'm going to do all of my shoes on this fabric so it all matches. And there we are. So this was started on the 2nd of March, finished on the 14th of May, 10 stitchy days, 4,363 stitches. I love doing backstitch, but this was a little bit of a slog, but I love how it's come out. I don't think you can tell. There is, oh yeah, no, you can definitely tell there. There is an orange stain, because when I was stitching this at the Southampton retreat back in March, I dropped a bit of my cocktail on there. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's too noticeable. But we should wait and see. My next project was again a start and a finish. I started this on the 23rd of March and finished on the 6th of April. It had 12 stitchy days, 3,745 stitches, and that was my Sunrise Cove Mermaid by Bella Filipina. This was the retreat exclusive chart back in 2023. And I absolutely love her. She is stitched on 32 count. No, not 32 count. This was stitched on 28 count. Oh, I completely forgot. I forgot. 1 second. I should have written it down. Yeah, it is sea mist. This is 32 count sea mist. And it is sparkly. I don't think you can tell. Maybe a little bit. It is sparkly as well. And they are the beads on her. She is stunning. I absolutely love her. So she's going to be framed and put next to Sunrise Laguna Mermaid that is currently downstairs hanging up on my wall. And my final project that I have stitched on is the Deadly Aquarium Sow by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. This was the frame that was released. We are now on to part 5 or 6. This is the frame that I have pretty much done. I was missing one colour, so the frame isn't fully done, but near enough. This is stitched on again. Sea Mist by KLT Charting. As I said, I absolutely loved this fabric. And this is 18 count, so this is the 18 count. So I've had this fabric in a 32 count, a 28 count, and now an 18 count. This board is not going to be big enough. There it is. I absolutely love these little seagulls, which is what drew me to it. So, love it. This had 14 days stitching and 5,935 stitches. And that is all of my projects so far in 2023. There is plans going ahead, and my end of year WIP parade in 6 months' time is potentially going to look a lot different. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask, and I will hopefully see you soon for a regular Flosstube. Thank you. Bye.